Hey guys, it's Sky. Um, I just wanted to do an update about a couple of things that are going on in my life related to my transition. Um, it's October 31st, 2011. Um, I am about 4.5 months on testosterone. Um, and one of the things that I've noticed, um, is the fact that I have learned to communicate much more upfront. Um, and you hear people talking about not so much in the trans community. I think it's like we know that it's not real in the trans community, but you hear about it elsewhere. Taking testosterone, making you more aggressive. And I don't think that's true for me. I think it's made me more assertive, but in like a good way, like taking care of myself, standing up for myself, or just like not bullshitting or wanting to take part in weird drama stuff that doesn't go anywhere. So that's one thing that I've noticed in myself, and I am finding myself really struggling with seeing other people still having that old way of communication that I had, I guess you could say, um, but to the nth degree. So I guess what I'm really talking about here is I have a workplace situation for a little bit longer, that I am out to my coworkers as trans, and uh, have always just tried to say like I'm very open, I'm welcome, I'm welcoming to any questions or whatever, as long as everything's asked like in a respectful manner, like whatever. Um, and no one ever gets down with that. It seems like there's a select few who will actually like ask me a question like, hey, how does this work, or whatever. And that's very comforting to me. I mean, I don't know how other people feel, but I much prefer that, especially now, um, especially now I want to have real direct communication with people. um, and in my workplace that's not happening at all. And it had been kind of low key to my knowledge up until recently, but I have kind of like reached a bit of a tipping point, I think, which is good because I have a new job in a week. But regardless, it's an important thing to talk about and think about. It's been on my mind a lot. So this last Friday, I actually went out with a bunch of my coworkers and noticed into the evening, which was a very beer saturated evening. So there was some ridiculousness on people's parts that was alcohol related, but still there were literally like sections of of people grouped off, um, talking about me and talking about my body and my experience and my transition, what they think it is. And that made me really, really uncomfortable. And I actually confronted a couple of people about it, and no one wanted to own up, uh, even though I was hearing it, and had a friend that was like, yeah, this is what they were saying. And yeah, it makes me really uncomfortable. And it's really not okay. So I guess before I was trying so hard to make others comfortable to talk to me, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really have anything to do with me, I don't think. I think it really has to do with the people that I'm around, because there are people who are like, yeah, I feel totally comfortable, whatever. And there are people who don't say anything and they pretend not to be curious or whatever. I also had, well, anyway, so that's one thing that I'm finding very frustrating is others talking about me and kind of being like the tranny conversation piece. Um, and it sucks. Sucks. But um, yeah. Uh, on a brighter note, I'm getting a lot of hair in my face, and that's fun. And that's creating a new dilemma. So this is kind of like a sad post, I guess, but you know, uh, the thing that's interesting is now I'm passing much more, and it's brought on a couple of different new dilemmas. I had this illusion that once I had a beard, or was passing 100% of the time, whatever that meant. For me, kind of all the problems, all the insecurities would just fade away. And I think just new things are coming up, and not that it's a bad thing, but it's just new processes and new things that I hadn't really thought through, I guess. And it's not bad. It doesn't mean that I can't think it through and figure it out. But dating, like I had been, for the first time, having been pursued by somebody who had no idea that I was trans, and when I said that I was trans, it did not go over well. And yeah, I mean, this person thought I was biologically male, and was really inappropriate, and it was kind of a shit show when he found out. So I don't know. That's a new dilemma. The other thing that's getting a little bit trickier is the gym locker room. And I mean, with my body, I don't feel comfortable or safe being in the men's locker room. So for now, I'm just gonna get a lot of creepy stares and kind of freak out the girls a little bit. Sorry, I try to move as quickly as possible. But yeah, so this process is crazy. As soon as I think I'm on the cusp of having something figured out, which actually I don't feel like that often. I'm kind of clueless, but it's all worth it. It's hard sometimes. There's a lot of hard, uh, but you know, it's what I need to do. So yeah, I guess overall I'm happy. It's been 4.5 months, and I've lost a lot and gained a lot and changed a lot, lived a lot, loved a lot, learned a lot. So it's as good as it gets, I guess. So happy Halloween, everybody. I hope that wasn't too bleak. I guess it is Halloween, so it's supposed to be dark, right? Anyway, be safe.